Welcome to Brodd Talk, the ultimate podcast for passionate Chelsea fans. Your host, Enwer Rem Chibi K. Alexander, aka Simply Broad, takes you on a deep dive into the world of Chelsea FC, providing an insider's perspective on everything that matters to Blues supporters. From transfer news to game reviews, no stone is left unturned. Whether you're celebrating a victory or mourning a loss, this is the perfect platform to share your passion for Chelsea and join a community of like-minded fans. Get ready as we kick off another exciting episode of Brodd Talk.
Today's episode is a miracle because I had something planned out from Friday, recorded it, and it was lost in production. They are doing editing. I had issues editing it, and I almost thought that I was going to disappoint you all and myself, but here we are. Okay. Today's episode, we are going to talk about some injury news and update. Pochettino to Chelsea update. We also talk about some transfer update too, and preview Chelsea versus Arsenal match, and also Chelsea Women versus Liverpool match. So, yes, let's, as I always say, dive right in. Let's start with the Pochettino to Chelsea update. So, Fabrizio Romano today said that Chelsea are prepared to continue talks with Mauricio Pochettino this week in order to complete the agreement on final crucial points. So I think there are still little ish that they have to settle. So just final details and all. And he also said after crucial internal discussion in LA this weekend, Chelsea are entering into the final stages of the process to hire a new manager. So they had meeting, and I saw a picture of exactly going to the to watch LA Lakers. What am I saying? LA Dodgers rather. So yeah, I think that's when they had discussion. I also heard some news about the investors not being too happy with the way the whole issue around Chelsea is. Yeah. So that's when I say investors, I mean people that aided the takeover, that loan money, that stuff like that. So, and again, Gary Neville says something, and let me say this: I am okay. I was skeptical. I've always been skeptical about Pochettino, and I understand that there is no complete manager around. There is no Jurgen Klopp. There is no Pep Guardiola in the market right now. And look at people had issue with Julian Nagelsmann saying he doesn't have experience. People had issue with Luis Enrique saying that the Chelsea players will not play the same way the Barcelona players play because different players, different system. Then we also have people that will tell you that also Pochettino has not proved himself enough to coach us. Maybe if I reward that right, I will be part of those people that think, yeah, he is not the right fit because he does not have any access. He did not win any trophy with Tottenham, so stuff like that. And then Gary Neville further my skepticism. Gary Neville comes out to say, I think Chelsea next year could really cause a surprise just by Pochettino bringing the club together, because he will. He's likable and the players will respect him enormously. I think he will do a very, very good job next season, and he will cover a lot of stuff that is going on behind the scenes. Those players are perfect for Mauricio Pochettino, talented, young, but just needing direction. That's what Gary Neville said, and that's what's making me worried. We've seen that most times, this punditry is just as bad as his ball management or coaching. So if he's saying this, well, by the end of or the middle of next season, are we going to still look back at this statement and say, oh, you got this right, or say, is Gary. We never expected more. So that's another thing. Because if it's someone else, if you're saying that, oh, Gary, Pochettino will come in and spoil and destroy, Pochettino is not the right fit, maybe then I will, stuff like that. Yeah. But no disrespect to Gary Neville, he was a great player, very good player, and yeah, he's holding his own. So let's also move to some transfer update. Fabrizio Romano again said Chelsea wanted Rafael last August, but then they invested in Mikel Murphy instead. Leao is very happy at Milan, and the new contract agreement is very close, but not completed or signed yet. As I said last week about Leao, I think we shouldn't really bother, because if the player is happy, then let him be. I don't want a situation where we have an unhappy player here and everything. If he's happy where he is, let him be. That's my thought. So that's all I'm going to say about the Leao rumors. Apart from that, it's a very good player. Very good player, yeah. Fabrizio Romano also said things with Ivan Toney could move in the summer. At the moment, there is not something concrete with clubs, but I'm told he's open to making a top club move in the summer, so it's one to watch for sure. Another hindrance to this Ivan Toney news is that this is betting scandal. So I think Chelsea are waiting. Chelsea and a lot of other clubs are waiting for the ruling and seeing if he is going to be found guilty or not. If he's innocent or found innocent, he's going to most likely leave Brentford this summer. That's another one to watch. Is he? I am not saying, oh, this player is Chelsea player, because we've had players that will say, oh, this player is not the right fit. We've had people saying, oh, Tammy Abraham shouldn't be the number one striker for Chelsea. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, I think they need to eat their word. Again, today is just most of the news from Fabrizio Romano. Anybody that knows me know that he's one of the few journalists that I actually respect so much, because inside transfer journalists, because you hardly see him get it wrong. He likes to tell you, oh, Chelsea is already the done deal, and if Fabrizio has not said here we go, we don't believe it, and if he says here we go, it's just as much a done deal as any other deal that has ever been signed. So yeah, I think, okay, before I move into, I will do that, the Arsenal versus Chelsea preview. You see this match, I'm going to watch it. Of course, I always watch all our matches. I'm going to watch it, and with the same hope, they say it's the hope that kills you, with the same hope that we are going to win. Every match I watch, I still have this same hope, and it always almost comes to bite me, because I will hope that, we are going, this is the match but we are going to finally win this match, and then what will happen? Nothing. We will lose, not even draw. We are playing not the league leaders again. No hate, I don't no hate. And I wanted to discuss something about this situation, this Manchester City Arsenal situation. That's what was supposed to be like the whole main point of this episode, or of the episode I recorded. But yeah, it's gone. And now I just expect a bonus episode during the week. But we are playing the second best team. And we are where? If you thought we were 11, you thought wrong. If you thought we were 12, you are right, because that's where we are. 11 points with guess Bournemouth. Though we played 2 games less, I think that's all the advantage we have over our relegation partners. It losses to Nottingham Forest, Southampton did us a great favor, even West Ham. So did us a great favor, because their loss had given us leverage. So we just need 1 point to actually be safe. Though Crystal Palace can still mathematically be drawn. Crystal Palace are 11th, can still mathematically be drawn into drawn back into the relegation battle. But then they need to lose, I think, all their games, and Leicester City have to win everything. All the clubs, we need them have to win everything. And I think some of these clubs that still have matches against themselves, so that we, somebody had told me that by game week 32 for us, I will be talking about us being in a relegation battle. I wouldn't have believed it. So, news about the match, we've heard that Koulibaly is almost certainly ruled out for the rest of the season. During his press conference, the manager Frank Lampard actually said that he's out to the hamstring injury. If you remember, he missed our second leg against Real Madrid. He missed that match, and he was injured against Real Madrid in the first leg after he tried to outrun Rodrigo. Did outrun him, but then got injured in the process. I'm trying to see the positive. The only positive is that players like Chalobah, Banyashe will have more minutes. I think that's the only positive we can take from this news. And the fact that he's not the only one, sadly, he joins the list with James and Miss Mount have. With James have been ruled out and Miss Mount have almost been sadly ruled out. He had the surgery, so I would say he's ruled out for the end of the season. And then we are having Koulibaly. I think where's them all? I don't know what new manager will want to do. That's one of the reasons why some people think we should hire a manager soon, while others think we should just chill, make the best decision, and look at all the metrics and make sure all the clauses are signed, everything is done, stuff like that. Because look at if Koulibaly is going to play next season with us, then just rest him. This season is over. Let him come in fresh. The same with James and Miss Mount. I said that James needed a surgery or just to be rested for the rest of the season. If I was the manager, even if it was not injured, I would have to talk to the medical team and say, okay, what advice do you have for me? Oh, okay, you want us to rest him for the rest of the season. Okay, and you didn't say that. Oh, yeah, I think I read between the line. That's good. We'll rest him. Thank you for the advice. Totally your advice. You are the medical personnel. Stuff like that. That's what I'm going to do because he needed that rest. I don't know if missed him out. Because he has not played, for me, I would say almost at all. He was not in the best form. Then he was out of the team, in and out of the team and all. So if you are going to sell him, you need this transfer value to be high. And if you are going to keep him, you need him to be in good shape. That's him to Koulibaly. If you are going to sell Koulibaly, okay, maybe it's still the same thing. Rest the player, just allow them to just sit out the rest of the season, even if they were not injured, because you want him to pass his medical. Yeah, stuff like that. And you want him to be fresh for his new club. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think it will be better knowing that the club, knowing that they are getting a fresh player, a player that's not injured. So the match is tomorrow. Arsenal against Chelsea tomorrow, and I think it will be a fun watch. It will be a fun watch. Then another preview is the Chelsea women versus Liverpool women game. Liverpool women, I will never forget them because they gave us our first loss in our first game. We are third on the log, but if you know us, then you know that we are always having games in hand. They're always having games in hand because we usually go for most season in the Champions League, getting to the round of 16 quarterfinals, semi-finals, and once to the final. So we're always having games in hand, and we have 3 games in hand. Manchester United top of the league, 19 matches played, 15 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses. Wow. 50 goals for 11 against. I think they have the best defense. That's with Arsenal women, so they have the best defense. but they've scored the most goals, 50 goals. I think that's why they are here. They deserve it. They've not always been. I think this is my third season. This is my third season playing Chelsea Women and WSL, and Manchester United have not been that team that will always be top. They've been just about there, ending fourth with. I've never seen them qualify for the Champions League. At least since when I started watching or following the games. So for us, we played 16 games, 13 wins, 1 draw, and 2 losses. 42 game goals for 14 against. That's the second best defense. Then our goal difference 28. We have 40 points. We are currently in the driving seat. If we win our next 3 matches, that's the 3 games we have in hand, we'll jump to top with 49 points. So I think one of the games in hand is against Liverpool, who are 7th on the log. And anytime I look at the table and I see that they have 19 points, I just think of that match and say, oh, if only we had won, then they'll have less than that. They'll have 16 actually, and 8 just go down a place and be below West Ham, who will move on to 7. But yeah, if wishes were horses, you actually know, complete it. Okay, I thought you didn't know how the full say. Okay, just in case. I don't want to be like, okay, I know you know, so let me just say it now. If wishes were horses, beggars will ride. I'm not disrespecting, I know you actually know it. Yeah, so we've come to the end of today's episode. Today's episode is actually longer than some of the previous episodes. But yeah, actually, I am very strong. I am not being too fine to body pain, body weakness, and also that's why you see I'm kind of relaxed. I'm talking slowly, taking it one by one. Also, having issues with my I think I have cough, or the cough is coming. I'm feeling it coming, so that's why we hear sometimes my voice sound hoarse and all. But yeah, it's all good. That's how we are doing this. Yeah. So I wish our team. I don't want to predict. I don't want to predict at all. You see, I try not to think negative about the thing today. That's what I think most of us should do. So I don't want to predict. I think, okay, I want us to actually win against Arsenal. And even if we lose against, I don't want us to lose, but yeah, I will take a loss against Man City. Anything to make Man City win the EPL this year. Yeah, that. So I think Man City will win the EPL and Chelsea Women will win the WSL. So until next week, see ya.
That's it for this episode of Brodd Talk. Thank you for tuning in and being a part of our passionate Chelsea community. Make sure to subscribe to our podcast so you never miss an episode. We love hearing from our listeners, so feel free to leave us a comment or reach out to us on social media. Until next time, keep the blue flag flying high.